Shalom. All praises and glory be unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Bashem Rakakwadash. The abundance to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. And honors and salutations to you, Akim, this labor. This video right here is going to be entitled The Most High Sword is upon the wicked. And we know according to scripture that the wicked is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Begin with the elites, alright, which is the top Edomite family. And pretty much, as we enter into 2021, a lot of things are happening concerning prophecy. Excuse me. And Esau is sitting back, relaxed, because he think he has a firm hold on his power. All right, and the absolute truth about it is the Most High Heavenly Father is the one that put you in the position or the height that you in, Esau. But make no mistake about it, your kingdom is getting ready to be judged right along with yourself. All right. So this is the book of Jeremiah chapter 25 verse 30. It says, "Therefore prophesy thou against them all these words, and say unto them, Yahweh shall roar from on high, and utter his voice from his holy habitation. He shall mightily roar upon his habitation. He shall give a shout, as they that tread the grapes, against all the inhabitants of the earth." And it'll put you in the mind of Isaiah the 66th chapter, about the 15th verse, where it says that the Lord shall plead with all flesh, all right, by fire and sword. And we expect these things, okay? Because thus said the Most High. And we know that his word is always a sure thing to be high esteemed, because it will surely come to pass, as far as every word that the Most High Heavenly Father have put forth through using his men, which is us, all right, to let the earth know what he's getting ready to do. All right. He said before things spring forth, he do tell of those things, roughly paraphrasing, because when the Most High get ready to bring down a kingdom, all right, every major kingdom that ever stood, all right, he always send out his men, all right. Continuing on, it says, verse 31, "A noise shall come even to the ends of the earth, for Yahweh hath a controversy with the nations." For Yahweh hath the controversy with the nations. He will plead with all flesh. He will give them that are wicked to the sword, saith Yahweh. All right, and so the wicked, according to Scripture, when you go to the book of Malachi, the first chapter, start the first verse, it says, "The burden of the word of Yahweh to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, said Yahweh. Yet you say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother? Saith Yahweh, yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness," which we're living in that time when the Most High Father is actually getting ready to lay Esau's kingdom, all right, flat. All right, the scriptures tell you that the doleful and hateful birds are going to be the only inhabitants after Esau's kingdom is put down. That, especially over in Babylon, that the hateful birds and creatures are going to be the only thing that's over here, right? Because the death toll is going to be so high. All right. Continuing on, verse 4, it says, "Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said Yahweh of hosts. Excuse me. They shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom Yahweh had indignation forever. Excuse me. Take a sip of my water real quick. So the Most High Heavenly Father has indignation against Edom, which Genesis the 36th chapter and the 8th verse tell you that Esau is Edom. The word Edom just simply means red. All right, and Esau was what they said at first, when he came out of Rebekah's womb. Rebekah and Isaac said Esau because Esau means wasted away. All right, because he lacked melanin, all right, or brown pigmentation. All right. So the word Esau actually just means wasted away, and then Edom was given the name. Well, the name Edom was given to him because of a lack of pigmentation or lack of melanin. The blood shines forth through his skin, which they teach you in school that when the blood hits oxygen, it turns red from blue. So that's the reason why Edomites, which are so-called white people, also known as Caucasians, also known as Europeans, all right, they look red, from mild red to dark red, meaning what? From pink to dark red, because pink is a mild red. All right. But you're the very same people that the Most High Heavenly Father has indignation, which means righteous anger, against forever. The Most High is against you. All right. And you're getting ready to meet the Most High's sword. All right. I had a precept right here in the book of Isaiah, 24th chapter. Actually, not that chapter. I want to go to the 14th chapter of Isaiah. Salakia. All right. Isaiah 14 and 21, it reads, Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. For I will rise up against them, saith Yahweh of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnant, and son and nephew, saith Yahweh. And I will make it, and I will also, it says, I will also make it a possession, I will also make it a possession for the bittern and pools of water, and I will sweep it with the besom of destruction, saith Yahweh of hosts. Yahweh of hosts has sworn, saying, Surely as I have thought, so shall it come to pass, and as I have purposed, so shall it stand. So the Most High Heavenly Father, all right, is going to cut off Esau's bloodline. All right, but it starts with him receiving the different plagues that's going to bring down his kingdom and bring him to that great destruction, which the Most High Heavenly Father had the missiles that he had Esau or Edomite scientists to create. Okay. And so the Most High Heavenly Father is getting ready to take Esau out. All right. This is the book of matter of fact. Bear me 1 second. Let me grab this precept. But anyways, though, continuing on, the Most High Father is going to cut off. You notice it mentioned all males, nephew, son, all men, basically, because the Most High Father is going to actually cut Esau off. Even when you go to the book of Obadiah, it tells you that there should not be remaining of Esau anyone. So we're living in a time that the Most High Heavenly Father is getting ready to make sure of the words of old, which he told. All right. His words that he said so many centuries ago, so many years ago. Though it was said that long ago, there are appointed times for different prophecies to come to pass. All right, and we're living in a time of great destruction. You know what? I'm not going to go to that precept because it was just in my mind, but it's gone now. So I'm going to continue on because there's many scriptures that pertains to Esau's kingdom being destroyed. So it's the book of Isaiah 34, starting at verse 1. It says, "Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein. Excuse me. The world and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of Yahweh is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies." And look at all the different armies upon the earth. All right, military in general. It's a lot of them, but the Most High Father, all right, is going to destroy all of them. All right, all the armies. It says, "For the indignation of Yahweh is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He had utterly destroyed them, he had delivered them to the slaughter." The Most High Father is creating a great slaughter. All right, because when you look up the many militaries or the countries that have a military, that's a lot of military personnel. All right, you would think, but really in actuality, it's nothing. It's just a lot to us because we're down here on Earth. So when you add up all the militaries, there are many, but it's nothing because our power is the one that created all things. All right. It says, verse 3, "Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall down as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment." See, the scriptures clearly speaking about, the end game, all right, which is also can be worded as, the final destruction of Esau's kingdom, which is those missiles hitting and landing, all right. And it says the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. That's the mushroom clouds from all those missiles hitting, the earth. All right, the scriptures tell you that the earth shall be reeling to and fro like a drunkard. That's how many missiles are going to hit on the earth because the Most High Father is going to take out Babylon, which is known as America, and also known as Basra as well. All right, but this place you know is America going to be wiped off the face of the earth. All right, this is the main place the Most High Heavenly Father is going to sweep with the best of destruction, because it's controlled and ran by the wicked, and there's nothing but wickedness that goes on in this place. Nothing but wickedness that goes on in this place. All right, so we expect America to go down. All right, very bitterly, just like the name America means. It means bitter, and we expect America to go out very bitterly. All right. Hopefully, I'm spelling this right. But yeah, you look up the word America, it does actually means bitter. All right. It means bitter, and America is definitely bitter. It has been bitter to us Israelites since, I don't know why my phone is pausing all of a sudden. But like I was saying, America has totally been bitter to us as we've been oppressed in this land since the beginning of our enslavement during this kingdom, during the Renaissance. All right, got to pause for whatever reason. Let's see if we can close it out again. Shalaki. I don't know what that's all about. Excuse me. But this place has truly been bitter to us, so we know it's going to go out very bitterly. I forget how to spell Gomorrah. I know how to spell it, it's just have a brain fart. All right. So, going to Jeremiah 50 and 40. All right. It says, as the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighbor cities thereof, said Yahweh, so shall no man abide there, neither shall any son of man dwell therein. And that links up what I read in Isaiah, the 14th chapter. All right, because the Most High Father is going to destroy Esau's kingdom, and the central focal point of his kingdom is America. All right, the capital of Esau's kingdom is America. What his inhabited land was Seir, all right, originally, and the capital of it was Basra. So you fast forward to today, America is Basra, because it's the capital of Esau. All right. It says, verse 41, behold, the people shall come from the north, and a great nation, and many kings shall be raised up from the coast of the earth. They shall hold the bow and the lance. They are cruel, and will not show mercy. Their voice shall roar like the sea, and they shall ride upon horses, everyone put in array, like a man to the battle against thee, O daughter of Babylon. So that's the different militaries, right? Is actually gonna fight alongside Esau's military, but they're gonna turn against him. All right, and they're gonna help wipe out his kingdom. Okay, so even the men that you're in league with, as the book of Obadiah said, confederacy. They're gonna actually help bring you to your destruction point. Right, Obadiah verse 7, it says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound unto thee. There is none understanding in him. So, pretty much Esau, everyone you think that's an ally to you, all right, they're going to be your enemy in that day. All right. When you're faced with with destruction, your own allies that were once your allies are going to help take you out. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. Salaki. Verse 8, it says, shall I not in that day, saith Yahweh, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understanding out of the mount of Esau? And thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed, to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. Yeah, so the Most High, your Father, is going to actually cut you off by slaughter. All right. And that's the reason why all these different things are going on in your society, where all these plagues are beginning to affect Esau. All right. And Esau knows that he has but a short moment, so he's trying to push for his new world order. All right, because he don't think he's going to come out of power. He thinks he's going to defeat the Most High's army, which he's not. All right, you're not going to defeat the Most High, your Father. The Most High have a snare laid for you, Esau. All right, let's go to the book of Jeremiah 50. About 24. Yeah, come. Jeremiah 50 and 24. It reads, "I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou wast not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against Yahweh." So the Most High have a snare laid for you, which is a trap. All right, and you don't even know it, Esau. All right, because that's the purpose of a trap. A trap is hidden to catch someone up. All right, so you thinking that everything's gonna be all okay, everything gonna be all good, and everything, and the Most High Father is going to actually cause you to be taken in the snare that He laid for you. Excuse me. All right. So this is verse 25. It says, Yahweh had opened His armory, which are those ICBM missiles. All right. It says Yahweh had opened His armory and had brought forth the weapons of His indignation. For this is the work of the Lord Yahweh of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans. All right. So this is the Most High's. Right, this is the Most High's work. Right. That the missiles be prepared for you. All right. Even thinking about the tension. All right. With the what was those Persians? All right, the Iranians, which are the Persians biblically. All right, you got them all pissed off because you murdered their top general. All right, the top general, which is Soleimani. And as we speak, America have flown stealth bombers across the Atlantic because those Persians are angry and upset and they want to retaliate. Okay, because they're tired. No, even other heathen nations outside yourself, Esau, they're tired of you doing all manner of evil things to them and their people. All right, though you're in league with them, behind closed doors, they really hate you as well, Esau, because they realize that you're downright wicked, man. You're a treacherous dealer. All right. So we expect those Persians to actually come up against you. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 24, verse 1. It says, "Behold, Yahweh maketh the earth empty and maketh it waste, and turneth it upside down and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof." And what? The people. All right. And it shall be as with the people, so with the priest, as with the servant, so with his master, as with the maid, so with her mistress, as with the buyer, so with the seller, as with the lender, so with the borrower, as with the taker of usury, so with the giver of usury to him. The land shall be utterly empty and utterly spoiled, for Yahweh has spoken this word. Right, so the Most High Father is going to cause, all right, he's going to cause, all right, Esau, all right, to be, astonished, man, when he see his kingdom being destroyed before his very eyes, and there's nothing he can do about it, he's going to be astonished at that. All right, because the scriptures tell you that their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever. All right, from generation to generation, as it roughly says in Psalms the 49th chapter, in the 11th verse. All right, but one thing about it is Esau is he's gonna have his head big up in his pride until that order is given from the Most High for the angels that's holding back the winds, right? Because the scriptures speak about the angels holding back the wind. All right, let's get that real quick. For angels, it says Revelation chapter 7 verse 1. It says, and after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow upon the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power, and he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. So the 4 angels are holding back the destruction, because the wind represents the destructions, which are the destructive plagues is going to take out Esau. You got famine, you got pestilence, all right, war, all right, and you got nation rising against nation. Different plagues that the Most High is going to send upon Esau. They send upon Esau as we speak. Some of the plagues, like I said, some of the plagues are starting to plague Esau, man. Some of the plagues are starting to affect Esau. All right, that's the reason why he wants us off the streets and off YouTube. Okay. Let's get some more scriptures on Esau and his beloved capital known as America, which is Babylon. All right. In fact, this is a good one right here. The book of Isaiah 13. It says the burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see. Lift you up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the nobles. And when we come out here, we open up this book and we start to teach with understanding and bring out the true sayings, all right, of the Heavenly Father and the Son. All right. That's going into the gates of the nobles. All right, verse 3 it says, I have commanded my sanctified ones, I have also called my mighty ones for mine anger, even them that rejoice in my highness. They're angels, all right, from heaven. They're going to come in the chariots right along with Yahweh Shai and pretty much help lay this place flat. Okay? It says, verse 4, the noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations. Gathered together, Yahweh of hosts mustered the host of the battle. So, the Most High is going to muster the armies together. Alright? Verse 5, they come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even Yahweh, the Most High himself, alright, going to put his spirit upon those weapons. Alright, so that they may, alright, accomplish that what he set forth for them to do. It says they come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even Yahweh, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. The whole land of America, alright? Also known as, better known as Babylon in the scriptures, okay? Verse 6, how ye, for the day of Yahweh is at hand. It shall come, it shall come as the destruction from the Almighty. All right. So the day of Yahweh is at hand. All right. That destruction is going to come from heaven. All right. These orders that's been given to take you out, Esau, in your kingdom are from on high. Okay. From the Most High Himself. All right. Verse 7. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. Yeah, you're having a mental breakdown. Verse 8. And they shall be afraid. Pangs and sorrows shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. As a woman that travaileth, they shall be amazed one in another. Their faces shall be as flames. Behold, the day of Yahweh cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate. And he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. Yeah, the day of the Lord, as described by Amos, all right, the prophet Amos, all right, tell you that the day of the Lord is darkness and not light. It's going to be gloominess. All right. When you look into the Tanakh, which is the book of the prophets, all right, the day of the Lord is always pretty much described the same way. All right. Verse 9, it says, behold, the day of Yahweh cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. For the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in its going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. So when you look at it, all right, that's going to be a dark day, man, because all hell is being broke loose. All right, people are going to be out trying to survive. There's going to be a lot of death around you. All right, and it's going to be done by the Most High and the Father. Okay. Verse 11, and I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy. Those of you, you wicked Israelites, man. All right, and also the proud is Esau. All right, it says, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible, which is Esau. All right. It says, well, that's it on that. Let's jump over to the book of 2nd Esdras. All right. 2nd Esdras chapter 16. Let's start up a little bit. Matter of fact, I'm going to start from the top. 2nd Esdras 16, starting at verse 1. Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? Yeah, the one's going to be able to stop these plagues once the Most High gives the green light to those 4 angels. All right, you're going to be taken out, Esau, and then the ultimate ending is going to be watching Yahweh Shai, all right, destroy you, all right, and watching that lake of fire, all right, which is going to consume, all right, your precious America, man. It says, verse 6, may any man drive away an hungry lion in the wood, or may anyone quench the fire in stubble when it had begun to burn? May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer? The mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? The answer is no one. All right. It says, a fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? He shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder in his presence? All right. So those are some of the things. All right. The prophet Ezra is saying that, hey, the Most High is the one that's going to do this. He's going to be the one that sing these plagues. He's going to be the one that caused the destruction to happen, pretty much, in layman's term. And who is going to turn the destruction back? The answer is no one. Okay. Verse 12. The earth quaketh, and the foundation thereof. The sea ariseth up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also before the Lord, and before the glory of his power. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss, when they begin to be shot into the ends of the earth. Right. So when those missiles are shot, which are the ending of Esau kingdom, all right, those missiles are not going to return. They're not going to fail. They're not going to fall out of the sky into the water. No, they're going to hit wherever the Most High want them to hit, and they will not fail. All right, remember, they don't really need no jet fuel. The Most High can cause those missiles. We're talking about the Most High, man. All right, spiritual powers are everything, and this is the Most High we're talking about. You can cause those missiles to come out of those silos without even having fire to propel them, or fuel to prepare them, I'm sorry, and cause them to hit wherever you want them to hit. All right. When he rained fire on Sodom and Gomorrah, did he miss? He fired. He rained fire upon Sodom and Gomorrah, and the neighbor cities thereof, and they were taken out, even unto this very day. All right. It says, verse 14. It says, behold, the plagues are sent, and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled, and shall not be put out, till they consume the foundation of the earth. All right. That lets you know right there, man, that no matter what you do, Esau, all right, your kingdom is going to be destroyed. It says, verse 16, like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon earth shall not return again. All right, so once that decree is given to the angels, Esau, that's it for you. All right, bye bye. All right, you will not be you will not be turning back any of those missiles. All right, that's going to be the end of you. Okay. All right. This is Joel, the 3rd chapter, starting at verse 9. It says, start at 9. It says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, that all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears, let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves, and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about, till the cause thy might wants to come down on Yahweh. Because you know why? The Most High is causing this third woe, all right, to come together. All right. The scriptures tell you the first woe and the second woe is past. All right. But that third woe is the World War III. All right. That's that woe is talking about. But it's the World War III, which is going to change All right, the rulership and power structure forever. Because World War III ending is Esau being destroyed. Okay, that's why you see so many men of war. All right, drawing near. You see a lot of when you look at it, you see a lot of military drills been going on for quite some years now, especially for the past I'll say at least um, 8 9 years. All right, military drills are at an all-time high. All the militaries are practicing and getting their formations down and their drill tactics down. All right, they're working on their art because they know that war is up ahead. All right, real soon. So when you look at it, the war that's brewing, excuse me, the war that's brewing is brewing because the Most High Heavenly Father, all right, is going to cause this World War III, all right, to take you out, Esau. All right, this is the book of Revelation 16:16. It says, and he gathered them together into a place called in the Hebrew tongue, Amagad. I'm sorry, I'm about to say the last one, Kodash word, the Hebrew word. I'm sorry. It says, and he gathered them together into a place called in the Hebrew tongue Armageddon, which is Amagad one, which means mountain of troops. All right, and those mountain of troops are the different militaries collectively gathered together. All right, to wage war with each other, and then ultimately they're gonna turn and fight against Yahweh Shai, though they're gonna lose, but they're gonna turn and fight because the Most High is a man of war. He's going to create a situation of war. So they'll play out the way he wanted to play out. All right, good versus evil. Yahweh Shai is the good. You saw the rest of the militaries of him and the heathens are the evil. I'm sorry, I got the hiccups. But yeah, it's all gonna go down. This is all prophecy that's getting ready to come to pass. All right, let's jump down to verse. Actually, I'll just keep reading. Verse 17. And the seventh angel poured out his vial into the air, and there came a great voice out of the temple of heaven from the throne, saying, It is done. And there were voices and thunders and lightnings, and there was a great earthquake, such as was not since men were upon the earth, so mighty an earthquake and so great. And the great city was divided into 3 parts, and the cities of the nations fell. And great Babylon came in remembrance before the Most High, to give unto her the cup of the wine of the fierceness of his wrath. And every island fled away, and the mountains were not found. And there fell upon men a great hail out of heaven, every stone about the weight of a talent, and men blasphemed the Most High because of the plague of the hail, for the plague thereof was exceeding great. Now, then you look at the description of what the Apostle John described as. It says that Babylon was remembered by the Most High. So when the judgment came, the Most High remembered, all right, the judgment he had for Babylon. Not like he forgot or something, but it just is a figurative speech or figurative saying that hey, the Most High Father had already purposed a judgment, all right, and the destruction for Babylon, which is America, all right. And we're living in that time of that great judgment, all right. So we're going to see how 2021 kicks off, and Lord willing, um, these prophecies speed up, all right, and we can get to the kingdom of heaven, that much quicker, all right. But we got to be patient, You got to be patient in spirit, man. All right. The Most High is long suffering, but it will surely come to pass. All right. The Most High told the prophet Habakkuk what? That things have an appointed time, but at the end they shall speak. All right. See, certain visions are for an appointed time, but at the end they shall speak. They shall not tarry. Roughly paraphrasing Habakkuk the second chapter. All right. Though we've been in this slavery for a long while, right? The liberation of us that believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushua will come. But we must endure these plagues, and we must endure the evils that's round about us in our time of trouble that's for our nation. All right, because all that plays a part of Esau's destruction, and we must survive all these different. Shalaki, my screen went dark, but pretty much that was the point. The Most High is going to cause Esau's kingdom to fall. All right, right before our very eyes. We just have to be patient. As believers of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, we have to be patient because, yeah, we may have been in this captivity for a long time, but our salvation is near. All right, the liberation of us is near. All right, so with that, you Akim just remain patient. You Akim and Akwath just remain patient and just cling unto Yahweh Shem Yahushua, okay? So with that, I'm going to say all praise and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Ba'ashem Kakwadash. Until next time, I say Shalom.